Hey people, I want to talk network, I want to talk trustworthiness, I want to talk reputation. You've heard the age-old saying that your network is your net worth. It rings true, and the reason I want to make a video about it is I wouldn't have this YouTube channel if I didn't love interacting with people. I'm really trying to help people with their dreams via this channel. That comes out because I'm a social person. By proxy and by nature, I just love talking to people. I love trying to help people if I can. Now, when I'm on the sidelines, though, I love to observe and watch people. I just came back from Las Vegas trade shows from both Modern Assembly and Project Movement. Both great shows that happened last week. And something that I notice, I believe, is sometimes in fashion we tend to get into a mode where it's like, oh, my shit is dope, and I don't really need to talk to someone else. And I think there's a fundamental flaw to that. Like, once you get to a certain point and get really comfortable, I guess you don't have to really meet anyone or talk to anyone. In any situation, there's a beginning point where you need to meet enough people to be comfortable. If that makes sense. Like, for example, in school, at first you don't really know anyone, and so you have to make enough friends, you have to become familiar with the teachers and that sort of thing. So I don't believe there's a lot of companies that have made the highest echelon point to their company that they don't need, that they can stop networking with other people, or I think in a greater sense kind of be snobbish about who they are and what their company represents. I remember back when I was 18 and just trying to get into the industry all the way to my early 20s. I would drive up to LA because a lot of the events were happening in Los Angeles. So I would drive up from San Diego to LA, and if you know me or if you've met me in person, then you've seen this stack before. This is my business card for Union Prints, for my screen printing shop. And this is my business card for John Phenom. So if you've ever received this business card of the whole baseball card theme, and then in the back of my business card I have my stats and fake stats or whatever, and all my relevant information, Instagram handle and stuff like that. If you've ever received that card, then you know that I'm always adamant about having my business cards. What I want to highlight is I was so aggressive about meeting people, in a way because I was generally just passionate about the industry. But obviously, the more friends that you have on your side, the easier it is to make movements happen. And the fundamental basis of this concept rings so true later in your career or your life or in your clothing line, when you need to make connection with buyers. This is part of the thing I was saying with my earlier video, that sales is greater than design, is you need to have an audience of people that are behind you. And if you start with networking, if you start with making strong relationships with people that can help you, or then introduce you to someone else who then might be an important relationship later, it's going to build your whole foundation. So there's a couple points I wanted to share about this. I think even if you're a seasoned company, you're still not bigger than LRG, you should still keep pushing to create a greater network, because once you get to a certain level of success, you have to think of it in a way where that opens you up to be able to network with people of a different quality for a lot of different reasons. People that have more money, people that have more resources, people that might want to collaborate with you and swing your company into a whole new direction to make it even bigger. If that's your goal, networking with people, not for personal gain, I believe it's still going to give you great karma, at some point down the road. Now, I don't mean it necessarily in a religious sense or anything, although I am a very spiritual person. But I just think it's good practice, and I do believe, no matter what your beliefs are, that it will come back to help you at some point in your life. And it might not be in your business, or it might be in a transition in your business or your career. But always having a solid network of people is always going to help. So to kind of summarize, I think specifically for my people in fashion, and I don't care what level your company is, it's important always to network. The second point that pertains to this industry specifically. Since the economy has contracted and shaken things up, our industry has become a lot smaller. And in a way that's an opportunity, and in a way that raises the stakes. Word travels fast in our industry because it's very small. So it's important, I think, to have a solid reputation and have people trust you. And I believe it will speak leaps and bounds about you, and it will co-sign you with other people before they've even met you. This is obviously advice you could take outside of fashion and streetwear, but it's important for me to highlight. I had to make a video about it because I believe people rest on their heels because it is fashion. So, you know, there's kind of a too cool for that game that goes on sometimes. So I'm urging people, you know, my people who follow me and watch this, you gotta network. I think maybe if you feel like you're too shy to break out of the box sometimes, maybe you gotta surround people that are involved with your company to help you. You gotta involve people that can be social and then help connect you to other people. But I also think you should try to work on it if it's something that you can. But networking, extremely important. It helps build trustworthiness. It helps build a reputation before people have even met you. And with people who do meet you and are able to do business with you, I believe that keeping that solid reputation is going to help you tenfold as you try to conquer this very volatile game, which is fashion. Hope that helps. Any other comments, any other notions, any things that you guys want to talk about, please drop it down below. And I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for clicking.